Before you skip this video, let me ask you a question. How long have you been in sales? Is it a career that really serves you and helps you to where you want to get to in life? For me, just a bit about my story is, I was in corporate sales for a very long time. I was in sales for probably the best part of 20 years, and I used to sell high value complex IT solutions. But probably about 10 years ago, I read a book by Rich Dad Poor Dad, and I read various other personal development books that all talked about actually trading your time for money and how to actually get leverage on your skills, really, and looking at creating an online business as a way to do that. But the real thing for me is, even though I wanted to actually create my own business and have my own business, I mean, for most of us who are in sales, we have that entrepreneurial drive about ourselves to kind of we're pretty much like self-starters in life, aren't we? We have a laptop, maybe we have a car, we have a phone, and we make it happen. That's what we do, and that's why if you're in sales, you get paid the big money, you get paid the commission checks, because you make things happen. You are prepared to handle rejection on a day-to-day basis, where other people wouldn't do that. So for me, that was aspects of the job that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed the sales. I enjoyed meeting people. I enjoyed the creativity of selling. And I just got to a point though where I was sick and tired of answering to a boss. People who not necessarily know any better than you. And sales managers or sales directors who've telling you to do something and they wouldn't do it themselves, like, pick up the phone, make some calls, make it happen. It's like, okay, well, let's see you pick up the phone, let's see you make some calls then. Yeah. And I just got to the point where I was just really fed up with it. And I was fed up with things like, what's your commit? What's your commit for the month? Yeah. And when you're going into sales meetings and you're feeling despondent because maybe you're like me, where you had a new business role, but you often found that you have account managers who have bigger house accounts that they're sitting on and they're making all the money, and you're there maybe starting off within new business, and you're in a situation where you're having to generate that business yourself. I mean, but yet you're not getting the same reward and recognition as somebody who's doing the same job, who's doing, I suppose, a different job to you as an account manager, but yet they're actually paying them all the big bucks. And what are they doing? They're just managing an existing account. I mean, how difficult is that? So I think I just got to the point where years of that and years of seeing people. Don't get me wrong, I had really good years, but I just got to a point where I just wanted to be my own boss, and I wanted to take the sales skills that I've learned, and I just wanted to put those into something that was about me, and I could be my own boss, and I could generate an income for myself, and I could dictate the sales, the hours I worked, and the effort that I put in. And for me, really, no better opportunity to do that was really than to look at creating an online business. I didn't want to create a business that was like a franchise or a traditional business. I didn't want to create a business that basically was just going to create me another job, even though I'd be the owner, but I'd have employees that I'd have to respond to and answer to. I get that, because I've seen my dad do that. He had a traditional business, and he literally worked probably 50 weeks, 51 weeks a year. The only day off he really had was Christmas Day, and then we'd take a week off in the summer because he couldn't leave his business. So I didn't want to go down that route. And what I wanted to do was create a business that would give me a better quality lifestyle, that will give me the same level or better income than what I'm currently earning. And but in the same instance, would allow me to, create a lifestyle where I could spend more quality time with my children, where I didn't have to answer to a boss and worrying about Monday morning sales meetings because that deal that you've been working on didn't come in. And so the thing for me, what really happened for me, was I came across a 7-day video series. It was a 7-day video series that really helped me to understand the benefits of running an online business, and looking at what the skills that you can do, taking your sales skills and adapting them and moving them into the online world. And since then, you know, I've been doing this online bit, running my own online business for the last 12 months now, and it's totally transformed my life. I no longer have to worry about Monday morning sales meetings. Instead, I get to take the kids to school, I pick them up from school, all the things I couldn't do before because I was always stuck traveling in my car, you know, driving up and down the motorway, spending 3-4 hours a day driving in my car. And you know, I'm sat here in my car. The furthest I drive at the moment is I get to go to the gym, probably at lunchtime, instead of having to kind of rush around and trying to fit the gym in, and because of you know, my work-life balance wasn't right. So for me, the 7-day video series has really helped me. And my mentors, which is a gentleman by the name of Stuart Ross and Jay Kubizak, they formed their own company. They too were in a similar situation to the likes of myself. And what they wanted to do was they wanted to create a business themselves. And they built basically this online business where you can learn digital skills. Not only that, within the business, there's an amazing community of people that can support you and help you as you move through your journey with them. So what I would say is the benefits of running your own brand business is obviously you're not having to travel around, you're not having to run, you know, answer to a boss. You're not, if you're like me when I was in sales, you know, if you're having a bad quarter, a bad month, you're always kind of looking over your shoulder, wondering whether you're ever going to be, you know, whether you're going to get sacked or not, and living with that fear of, am I going to get sacked? You know, you've got a house, a mortgage to pay, bills to pay, car payments to pay, children to look after. It's just not a good way to live your life. Always wondering whether you're going to be in a job, because it is a risk and reward job being in sales. So, you know, if you could take that reward aspect but minimize the risk, then how great would that be? And being your own boss, which is what I am now. And so really what I wanted to do, I'm sure that there's a lot of salespeople out there who felt the way I felt. Don't get me wrong, you can live a very nice lifestyle, but I think the vast majority of salespeople, if they could, would like to get out of it. So have you thought about maybe creating or starting a business on the side? Maybe just spend an hour a day, a couple of hours at the weekend, you know, maybe transitioning across and looking at learning some new digital skills that really could help you, you know, in progressing and moving away from your career. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to include a link, and the link will either be down here or up here. It'll be somewhere on this page anyway. I'm going to include a link. If you click that link, that will take you to one of my website pages. All you need to do is enter your email address and put that in there, and I will send you the same 7-day video series that took me on my journey and got me to a place where, after years and years of being in sales and the stress that brings, you know, getting to a place where I could actually decided to just make a change in my life and do something different, rather than spend the next 20 years working towards retirement, just living with the same fears and frustration. So click the link, head over, put your email address in, I'll send you the 7-day video series, and hopefully that will take you on the same journey. If you ever at any one time want to reach out to me, you can do so. But yeah, click the link and head over, enter your email address, and I will see you on this other side. And this is really for people that are in a sales career, are looking to get out of that sales career, or maybe you're in a sales career and you just don't want to do it anymore, and you're looking for an opportunity and a way to branch out from that and escape, I suppose, the status quo. Okay, you take care, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.